If we could only, if, what is it? If flowers.
You want.
Welcome back to another episode of Car Chow, and today it is not Suryan, it is me again. We are gonna have another special guest as usual, but today the guest is not someone from TSL, but I'm pretty sure you guys have seen her. She is known for her skits, and she's also someone who is in the Forbes 30 under 30. So it is none other than actor, singer, comedian, mother, Annette Lee.
Hi.
Wow.
I could not hear like what you were saying about
Really?
me, but I saw this, then I came. Right. So hi everybody, I'm Annette Lee. I do a lot of different things. I make like funny videos on the internet. I do a bit of film stuff as well, and then I do a bit of hosting, and just a bit of everything. And I'm here.
So today we are gonna go to a few food places. Are you a foodie?
Yes,
Really?
I love eating. I mean, I don't think I'm a professional food reviewer,
Yes,
but
yes.
I do enjoy food. I would say generally I love Asian food.
So I'm quite excited to see what are the things that we're gonna try out today. So, shall we go?
Yes,
Okay, let's go! So this is your first time on Eatbook, correct?
yes.
It is also my first time meeting you actually, right? So how about we get to know you a little bit more? I want to know like how you got into content creation in the first place.
I guess soon after I graduated, and then there was this like blog called If Only We Fart Flowers.
Oh my god!
.blogspot.com.
I've heard about that actually.
Oh my goodness, really?
I've never seen the excerpts, but I've heard about it before because the name is kind of a vibe.
I was just writing funny stories about my life, and I was like drawing stupid drawings about it, because I've always loved comedy. But then when I was in film school, because I went to film school, right, then you only do this really like depressive art house kind of like films, and it's very sad. So I needed an outlet to just do something for fun. There was this one post that went pretty viral. And then at that point in time, SGAG picked it up, and it went even more viral. Then they were like, hey, do you want to join the team to make memes and write articles? And so I said, okay, and then so I joined. And then that's technically how I started.
So you were mentioning your blog, right? I was gonna say that, you know, your blog name is something that I would do for reals, but for me, I don't really have a reason when I do things. But do you have a reason behind the name? What is it called?
If Only We Fart
If we
Flowers.
could only, what is it? But do you want to share how you even got that name in the first place?
I don't know. I can't even remember right now. Let me think. I guess it was just one of those intrusive thoughts in my mind at 3 a.m.
I'm wondering, like, is there anyone who has ever come up to you and they're like,
Oh my god! You're the flower farting girl!
No, they wouldn't, because
Oh my God.
I was drawings and it's just writing and drawing, so they wouldn't recognize my
Lucky.
face. When I was in uni level, I just felt like I don't wanna
Be in front of the camera.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to show my face.
what would you say is your first digital device?
As in my life,
Yeah, in your life.
when I was a kid, right, the first digital device that my dad gave to me was a cassette recorder.
Ayo! Okay, that's a bit too far back. Okay or not?
But the first digital device that I personally own would be a phone.
Oh, Nokia.
Yes, Nokia.
Nice lah. Is it the one that cannot die, cannot fall down, it won't break? How is that possible lah? First of all. Okay, let's go front a bit lah. Maybe not so Nokia vibes. How about social media? What was your first social media platform?
Probably
Facebook.
Yeah.
At what age did you have a Facebook account? When I had a Facebook account, I was in primary school. Then they say,
You must be 13 and above to have. So if you have now, deactivate.
JC. I think JC. I think
JC.
JC1. So later on when I graduated from school, then I told you I had some of my blog posts that went viral. It was all because a lot of it was because I started posting them on Facebook.
oh.
Yeah, then people share, share.
We are here at Tang Tea House. This is actually one of my favourites, so I'm so glad that you picked this.
Oh, is it? But you've never been to this particular outlet, right?
I have, but it's been a long time. But I always go to the Changi one.
So we got 3 items. So this one is the Hong Kong noodles.
Oh, I didn't know Hong Kong noodle is this noodle.
I don't know, it's apparently one of their best sellers.
Oh, okay. Then we also have 2 dim sums. Is this considered a dim sum?
Yeah, it's a steamed chicken dumpling. And then we also got a fried dim sum, which is a crispy Vietnamese roll.
Oh, I just want to say that I've never eaten a steamed dumpling before. I've also never eaten this before, so I'm very excited.
Then what do you eat at Tang Tea House?
Chicken rice.
You need to eat things that are not chicken rice the next
my
time you
God.
go there.
Okay, which one should we eat first?
Let's do the noodles.
Okay, let's do the noodles. I can see a few like elements inside. I see like there's like a prawn. There's like, I don't know what else. Egg.
Nice.
I do have to say that because I'm a picky eater, right? I'm very okay with this kind of noodles. Got that like wok hei taste.
Yeah. So
Right.
the noodles not too soggy, but also not too hard. It's not too oily. I think that's what I like about it. So sorry, I'm a very like healthy girl. So this is actually the seafood one. That's why there was prawns. And now look, there's even sotong.
Exactly, a full-on full sotong. I got a very big one just now. Okay, now that we've tasted the noodles, let's go on to the dim sum.
All right, let's go. No, I love how you can, because it's so translucent, you can see the ingredients inside. This is actually my first time eating their steamed chicken dumpling. But usually I'll eat the fried dumpling actually.
But it's good eh?
Yeah, but this is also not bad.
It's
Yeah.
so filled. Like inside, right, there's really no space for air.
I would like it if it was like slightly less dry. I don't know if it's because, you know, we left this out for a while already. But other than that, it tastes great. All right, last one.
Last one.
Ooh. All right, so apparently this is called the Vietnamese crispy rolls, right? Because the skin is a Vietnamese crispy spring roll skin. Let's go.
Let's go. There's an actual prawn.
You can tell the juiciness. So compared to the steamed one just now, it's so juicy. And you could hear the crunch when we bite into it. No, and the chives have this like fragrance to it also.
Yeah, right.
So it really adds to it. Guys, this is taking me back to university. Partially why I feel very moved thinking about my group of friends coming over here eat with me last time. Because they all could drive, then they will come here and find me.
Shout out to her friends.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah, I love you.
This bite is dedicated to you all. So we are done with our first location. Now we're headed off to our next location. But now, since we're here, it's time to get to know you a bit more. I'm quite curious about your son. Wes, right? His name?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I want to know like, how is it like raising a child in the digital age? It must be like quite stressful because it's your job, your livelihood. How do you like mix the two?
I was a screen baby. I had the TV as my babysitter when I was growing up.
Oh,
Yeah, and that was actually not a good thing, guys. I think
understand.
it's a miracle that I made it out there. So I really am quite adamant about not letting my kid have too much
Oh,
TV or screen time.
that's kind of making me curious to know. Actually, what is his first device then?
I mean, he doesn't own any devices,
Right.
but like if you're talking about the first device I introduced to him, maybe probably it's really a phone. Yeah, like we will take selfie or something like that, and then he'll get very interested, so then he'll take it, and then he want to take photos himself also. Yeah, and it was so strange when he started to take my phone to film videos and things like that, because I really rarely do it in front of him.
So I'm like wondering, do you think there will be a time where you would include him into your content?
Occasionally, I'm okay with it. I do think sometimes it can be fun. So I actually just did probably like my very first video together with him where Wes had to act. He did great. Like
Really?
he was so well behaved. But I'm not gonna make it into a thing,
Like a thing.
where it happens all the time.
So is it part of like a routine for you to allow him this kind of screen time to be like exposed to all these kind of digital devices?
Actually, no, you know, like it has to be a major reward or something. For instance,
Okay.
he was well behaved during the shoot that we did. I let him watch something.
Oh, then in that case, does he expect it?
No, so we just told okay, if you behave, then we will let you tap a game on the phone or something. But then there are other times also where I will use it but for educational purposes. Before we were going to go on our trip to Australia, so I would show him YouTube videos of like the Australian animals, and I was like, oh, this is what you can expect.
So I have a few younger cousins, right? And I noticed that their parents will use this parental control feature. Do you ever use it for Wes?
Maybe when he's older, I don't know, probably. But I would say the best like screen control, right, is to just get him interested in hobbies that do not require staring at a screen. Whether it's like a sport or whether it's some kind of music. Then next time when he's older, I can send him to classes that are related to doing these kind of things that are all done offline.
Right now, we are at the second location. This is Lemongrass. This is actually my first time hearing about it.
Yeah, so this place was chosen by our producers, so we're gonna check it out. We have
Pineapple fried rice. But it looks a little bit more like, I don't know, a bit more classy. In my hands, we have... Oh, wait! This is my pad thai got beef.
it's rib-eye pad thai, right? Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Which one should we try first?
Let's go with the pineapple fried rice first, because like a bit more normal, got here before, you know?
But yeah, it's good.
Actually, I've never tasted pineapple fried rice that has so many elements to it.
You know what? There's also some chili here. I want to try the chili.
Oh.
Yes. Shouldn't be an issue.
Oh, this is actually one of the best pineapple fried rice I've tasted.
The chili has that asamness, so it's an extra like flavor on top of the sweet and spicy.
Usually when I eat pineapple fried rice, you would expect it to be a bit more sweet. But this one is actually has a good balance.
It's a good mix.
Yeah, it's a
of
good mix,
sweet and
right?
salty.
It is spicy, but because I can tolerate it. But I can imagine someone who can't. Wow, I think don't go overboard lah.
I'm like slightly sweating already.
Okay, shall we move on to the next one?
Yes.
So now we have the pad thai, but with a twist This one
Yeah.
got a ribeye, a whole ribeye.
I'm
the
so
small one.
excited. Yeah, because and plus the ribeye is spiced, you can tell.
Yeah.
I like how the noodles also, right? They're not like clumped together, like dry or anything. They're still so nicely floating around. Okay, let's try the
Ribeye.
ribeye, yeah. It's marinated really well, right? Let me try and take a bite with both in my mouth.
I'm gonna eat this entire ribeye.
Okay.
Really good, really good.
You have to take one bite with both at the same time.
Okay.
You can taste both at the same time in your mouth. I never thought that ribeye and pad thai would be a good combination, but now that I've tasted it, it makes total sense.
It does. I was gonna actually.
I'm like, why is this not more normalized? If you're someone who likes your food a bit saltier also, they marinated and spiced it till it's pretty salty.
Yeah.
Actually, they made it a bit saltier, right? To
Just-
force you to eat it together in the same bite. This is the most surprising thing I've eaten.
Okay, but get ready because we have to go to our next location now.
Oh.
It's our final location
Okay.
actually. So maybe you taste a little bit more, enjoy a little bit more before we head off. Now, I've been asking you a lot of questions so far, but I'm still going to continue asking because it's part of my job. I understand that you're a mother, right? So I want to know, what's it like being in motherhood for you, for someone who's like not doing a very conventional job?
It's definitely pros and cons because I think my working hours are very flexible. Yeah, so I don't need to put my baby in like full-time daycare or any kind of like full-time school.
Yeah.
So he only goes to school a few days a week actually, because the rest of the time, if I'm working from home, then I can spend time with him. I like that sometimes I really can even have a whole day just to kind of spend time with him. And then I only work when he's taking a nap in the afternoon or work at night.
We all know that motherhood isn't easy lah. So maybe you could shed a bit of light on some of the challenges that you face in motherhood.
The hardest part for me was really postpartum, because that's the very initial stage where you have to get used to this new chapter of your life.
Yeah.
And there were so many changes involved. It's actually since then it's really been a lot better already.
Did you manage to get this like support and help from online communities? Like, oh, other mothers also go through the same thing, so maybe it's just gonna get better from here, that kind of thing.
So I did this video on my YouTube channel where I talked about postpartum. And I think because it's not very talked about in like media for some reason. You always see them, they advertise like the milk powder. They advertised, and then it's like this mom who's looking like smiling at her baby. Like, no, it's not how it looks, and they're like perfect hair and like makeup. And then so I spoke about it, and I think there were a lot of moms who also really resonated with my story, and then they also shared theirs, and I think it was very heartwarming, or like a very nice community who all came together and talked about how this was a bit of like a unspoken struggle that a lot of moms go through, and at that moment it felt not so alone in going through that experience, and I think that's very useful lah. I think it's very important for us to
lean on each other, kind of.
and like know at the end of the day that a lot of things that we go through, even though we think we are alone in them,
Why actually
like,
not?
yeah, a lot of people share those same experiences as us. Yeah.
Ayo, suddenly like so deep As a content creator, you would have known like the good and bad of social media, right? Do you have any fears of when Wes like grows up, right? And him having to use social media, and he's exposed to both the good and bad things.
I mean, I think it's inevitable. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I should put him in a bubble and like not let him ever touch
social
a
media.
phone ever again. Yeah, but like I said, you know, as he gets older, probably I will take note of some of the parental controls and maybe talk to him about like the dangers of the internet and explain why certain things are bad. What I feel, especially maybe with me growing up, sometimes when adults tell you like something is bad, they don't explain why it's bad.
Oh, then that's when they get more curious to
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I want
right?
to see it now because why I cannot see.
Yeah, exactly.
We are here in Tampines. This is a bit of a hometown vibes. Okay, not really lah. I don't live in Tampines. This is actually my pick. It's KongCravings. They don't actually have any dishes, but they have like, as they say, KongCravings. So it's like the kuih-kuih, things that you would crave at the kampung. So we have a few things to show, but the first one that we have is called jongkong.
I have not tried this, but it looks so good.
So on top, what is it in English?
Coconut?
Later you, yeah! I only knew it in Malay. Yeah, it's santan. So it's like coconut. The green one actually I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
Pandan?
Oh my god! Shit! I'm not trying to be irritating here. And then the last one is of course the gula melaka.
Gula melaka, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's not so sweet that
Exactly.
like you're gonna like cut leg vibes.
It's sweet, but it feels so light.
Yeah, because this one is inside the container. Maybe that's why you can taste the gula melaka even more. You eat this on a hot day, this cold dessert, bruh. Like you don't want to let go, right? Now, suddenly I have a box in my hand. Don't be like taken aback. This is actually the kuih in the box. Quite literally, right? They have
It's
4.
gigantic.
Yeah, it actually is. So there are 4 different kuihs right here. I've eaten it before, but I forget what it is exactly. Yep. I really like the edges, like the burnt part on top. I feel like it's the one that gives flavour.
Yeah,
Like
it's not very sweet.
It has a bit of a caramelized taste lah.
Yeah, from the top bit.
Okay, this is not a platter. This is actually an assortment
Oh wow!
of, I see this is pisang goreng and keledek. So let's try the keledek.
Okay.
It's so good when it's like fried. Then you eat like the you know the what's it called, the bits.
I feel we should eat it with the sauce though.
You can if you want.
This is interesting. It's like soy sauce with chili padi, but there's something extra to it as well.
Actually, a lot of our like snacks, like Malay snacks, right, we'll eat it with this sauce.
It's like chili padi soy sauce, but there's that extra fragrance of the chili, and I guess because they really blended it in.
Maybe this is because it's already inside the box. But if you buy it like straight there, it will be crispy now. So we've gone to 3 different places. Not really the whole of Singapore. I guess we conquered a bit of the east and northeast, but I think that's good enough.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun.
So now I'm gonna ask you, what is your favorite dish of everything that you've eaten today?
Oh, it's very difficult, you know. Because
Really?
it's very hard to compare. I tell you what, I'm going to choose one from each place. The
Okay.
first one would definitely be the Vietnamese crispy rolls.
Okay,
Second one, ribeye pad thai. And the last place would be the...
Jongkong.
Yes.
As a parent, do you have any advice to give to those people out there who are also raising kids in the digital age?
I think it would be similar to what I shared just now about try and help them cultivate interests that don't require staring at a screen.
Right?
My baby is still very small right now, so it's not like I've had a lot of experience doing this, and so that's why I'm extra motivated to help my son do other things. If that's one advice I think I would share, it really would be that.
Maybe ask them to learn how to make kuih or what, then open a store named
Yes.
KongCravings. I don't know. And finally, I want to ask you, who do you think we should have next on Car Chow? You can name anyone.
Oh, is it?
Like you can just get anybody.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Like Taylor Swift?
Oh, okay, that's a bit much. Maybe we like local.
Oh, okay. Get Zamet.
Zamet, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's. I co-host Adventure of the Day with him. I'm sure he'll also have a lot of fun doing this.
So thank you, Annette, for being here with us today. I'm sure being a parent, navigating through the digital age, raising your child isn't easy, but you shared a lot of insightful conversations with us. Parenting comes with many challenges, but thankfully, Digital for Life has resources and guides that can help parents like yourself teach your children how to navigate the digital world safely.
Visit the Digital for Life portal for more information and practical tips to help you create a safer and positive online experience for your child.
Thank you for watching this episode of Car Chow.
If you like this video, you can check out more over there.
And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye!